Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I made a video by how to remove, well, this is a video how to remove the radiator fan from a 2007 Toyota Avalon. I think the Camry is also the same thing. They also have another video on here that a person removing it as well from A1 Auto, and it's basically the same setup. Mine's had a shield like in front of it. I removed it. I used a flathead and take off the shield that was on top. But the tools that you basically need is like a 10mm wrench, a pliers, and a flathead to remove a lot of those connectors that's connected. Alright, so you see right here that we basically are removing the top piece and the air intake as well. Like right there, it's a 10mm wrench. Take off a 10mm bolt. So it's basically pretty easy. It takes a little time. It took us like probably about 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops for us to do it. And it wasn't too hard. Like we actually did it. I did not get to show the part when we was actually taking out the radiator fan because it took two of us to take it out, so I couldn't get to record. This is the bottom of the car that I was just draining out the old coolant out of the radiator because I didn't want to run the same coolant in it, so I drained that out. And of course I pour back in brand new coolant so the AC is blowing real good. Okay, so basically let me tell you guys what happened. When the fan go bad and you turn on your AC, your vehicle will start overheating. So I had to replace the fan, and coolant was basically spitting out from the reservoir on top. So I only could drive my car without running the AC, and you guys know how Florida gets really hot. So there you see the coolant is draining out because I took off the piece at the bottom, let it drain out so I could pour a fresh one in. And as you can see on top, we basically remove mostly all the bolts on top. So we're going to take this frame off, and we got to remove that hose as well. Yes, still draining. As you can see, it had like a lot of coolant in there. It took a while for all that to drain out. It's pretty easy and simple. Alright guys, here is where I was basically showing all the bolts that I took out, and the ones that I basically pointed that was still there, we left those because those wasn't necessary to remove. It have one in the middle where the latch is located. You just basically, I'm going to show you guys. I basically use a flathead to remove that one in the middle right here. It have a right here in the middle, bam, and below of that it have a frame, an iron frame at the bottom. You got to remove as well. It's a 10mm bolt, so you could basically lift that frame up and remove it, so you don't have to tamper with none of the latch, the bolt for the latch. Here's a connector that we removed as well, and also we removed the hose as well. So those clips right there, I don't know if you guys could see it, but I'm going to show it at the end of the video. You could use the pliers to squeeze it in, and you just pull it out, pull out the fan by itself without removing the condenser. And hopefully this video really help a lot of people. You don't have to go to the shop, because I know they would have charged us a lot of money if we had taken to the shop to replace the radiator fan, because my fan had went bad. This is a 12-year-old vehicle. So here I had already removed the fan, and this is basically removing the control module for the radiator fan, because the one that I bought from the auto store, it does not come with the control module. So I got to use the old module, which is still in great condition because it still works, and I got to install it on the new radiator fan, just like this. And it's still a 10 millimeter bolt to do it. So we just install it so we could connect everything, and you cannot do nothing wrong because the connectors is going to fit only the right position. It's not going to connect on the wrong position, so you could never get that part wrong. So we just use we tighten it up, get the wrench and just tighten that back up. And it took two of us to basically put the fan back in place and connect everything, and it was pretty easy and simple. It took a little time, but it's easy and simple to do. And if you got the shield underneath the vehicle as well, is a 10 millimeter bolt. You just use a 10 millimeter wrench to remove all those bolts from underneath, to remove all the shield from underneath the car. So it wasn't really no major work to say, oh, I got to use this different size to take off these bolts from underneath the car. But yes, we tightened this up, and I'm sorry it didn't get a clip that we put it back in, but we connect everything back up in the correct spot, and everything is basically intact properly right here, as you could see. And we just connect back the hose. We use pliers to tighten it back up, to push it all the way in and tighten it back up, as you can see right here, as he's showing what we're showing right here. You just squeeze it in and just push it up and just tighten it back up. Easy and simple. Really easy and simple job, guys. So the next step, we basically put back the iron frame where it's belong. And of course I already tightened the bottom piece for the radiator, and I fill it back up with coolant. I make sure I flushed it with water, of course. I flushed it with water, let all the old coolant flushed out, and then I close it back. Then I fill it up with clean, new, fresh coolant. So here we putting back on the frame, and we put everything basically back together. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you what all the clips that I was talking about to remove the fan, that you could use pliers to just squeeze it in and pull it out. It's pretty easy. Right here, that's one clip right here where you see the thumb. A clip is right there. Another clip is at the other side. You just squeeze it in with the pliers and pull out, and the fan will release. Right there in the middle at the bottom, it had the frame, it got the bolt that I was talking about. And you just use a 10 millimeter to remove that bolt. And here's another clip that you remove to remove that fan. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope this video helps. Peace out and bye-bye.